We return to the... That draw distance. We return to the land of dark cloud. That is not what I wanted. How do I fucking... There we go. Okay. So, promise in this episode, unless I meet a merchant who I can talk about, I'm going to avoid talking about merchants in general, because like the last 4 episodes were populated with nothing but that. And it got just more than a little bit tedious, thank you very much. But, yeah, it is... I'm officially, I don't know why I'm going there. I'm officially done with school for the summer. So yeah, I have more ample free time. I'm probably gonna at least attempt to stream at one point, see if my internet's even capable of that. If I did, I would probably play, just right off the bat, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, because YouTube wouldn't let me upload that, and at least streaming it I could, you know, get the video out there. That sort of thing. The stream would most likely be later available on YouTube, but, you know, for the time, it would just be a stream. Anyways, what was the other thing I was gonna say? School... Oh, yeah. So, now that I'm done with school, obviously the first thing I went out and did was, start recording Dark Cloud at 3:30 in the morning. Because my sleep pattern's all wonky as shit. I'm what's known as a short sleeper. Which, if you don't know what that is, it basically means I can operate on a few hours of sleep about as good as people on a normal amount of sleep. Oh, hey, an Oki-only floor. Yay! That means the enemies don't stand up a fucking chance in hell. What fun. Treasure abound, and gunnies to kill. I guess this is why it's good to level them up. Although I do have to say, it is a bit odd that, you know... Like, ah, shit. I was gonna scratch my arm wide open to that, and now my arm's itchy and unsatisfied from the lack of scratching. I was gonna say it's weird that Ruben and I are just kind of dudes who... Oh, hey, loot everywhere. Ruben and I are dudes who just kind of showed up, but Inoki here was a cat that some bad guy we haven't seen in a while, I assume a bad guy anyways, just turned into a human-ish thing. Oh, I would have thought a mimic. Let's go for the big present. I'm greedy. Hey, big bucks hammer. That reminds me, Zet went out and looked up the hammer for me because I'm just so goddamn lazy. Apparently it's not all that rare. Ow. Fuck. My arm just got a weird crick in it. Stroking it makes you rich. Ahem. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to stick with Last Judgment, thank you very much. I can see maybe, well, I don't know. Depends how good that is. That one, since it's an item from that dude, that one actually might be a rare item, but, I will be sticking... I did just wake up. I will be sticking with, the Last Judgment for now. Because that thing kicks all kinds of ass. But yeah, Zet went out and looked up. It's not a rare hammer. That's disappointing. I figured... I confess I didn't expect it to be an incredibly rare hammer. I was sort of hoping it was a rare hammer for this point in the game. That seemed like it was a distinct possibility to me. have to remain acutely aware of my weapon degradation. As always, easy. Oh shit. I'm just gonna back up into this. Whoops. This water. I also can't attack while I'm in water. Isn't that slick? Alright. Time to repair this bad boy. I think I only have 8 repair powders, it said. Should probably pick up more while I'm in town. Just saying. Well, I went the complete wrong way for progress, but the complete right way for loot. And you know, that's what counts in these games. Kick down the door, loot the room. That's the way the news goes. Now, in order for that joke to work, I need to never say that ever again. And... okay, anti-curse amulet. I was gonna say, there's a lot of red dots moving towards me. Skeleton crew. I also recently got, on Steam, picked up Orcs Must Die 2, along, with all its DLC. So, look forward to playing that. I really like games like those. And if I'm lucky, fucking Nathan will actually come back and, be useful. He keeps wanting to record a thing with me, and I think Orcs Must Die 2 is a fine choice to record with him, because he has it, it's a nice co-op campaign, it's something we can kind of do leisurely. I am going to explore just the area for treasure and such. But yeah, really want to record Orcs Must Die 2 with Nathan, but he needs to come back from Jersey, so... obviously ruining recordings as always. Good job, Nathan. He messaged me in yet another video a couple days ago. Hook acquired. Ah! I forgot how this game worked for a second. Bag is full. Oh no! That's never happened. Really? Bag's full? Bag's not full. There's an item slot right there. Oh. Yet somehow, despite having an item slot here, this is 60. That's what we get for having... wait, what? There's only 5 in a row. So... oh, it must not count, like, key items like these. Well... I mean, like, hook and fishing rod and manual and all that. Oh, hey! Well, you I can eat. Who needs the health more? Yeah, sure, I'll give it to you. You're currently in-game, after all. Freeze amulet. But there's so much more treasure to loot. And some of them are just mimics. Nathan and I were also, like, in the middle of a couple other games. Serious Sam 3, God, let's just name them all, because he abandoned me in my time of needing somebody to play games with. Dead Rising 2 off the record, and one other. Oh yeah, I was also, along with Noki, playing through Dead Island and the pre-sequel with him. But we can't do those anymore, because he went and just fucking abandoned us. And of course he'll never see this, so I'm allowed to talk as much shit about him as I want. Attack plus 1. Yeah, I'll probably equip 1. Endurance. Max speed. Yeah, cool. Does that have any magic? Holy, mostly. guess Sky Hunter, because she would be the one to use range like that. And also, the endurance is fine. You don't need any more endurance on that bad boy. And Plant Master, just because it's there, I guess. That's gonna tell me I can't carry it. Oh shit, it's a Mimic. So currently going up on my channel, I have no idea, well, I mean, there's 6 people to get in total. I have 3 of them. I imagine I'll get the 4th one here, even though I have no idea who it'll be. I haven't met anyone yet that's, you know, party material. Shit. I am gonna, go back into town when I'm done here. Ah! And sell off some of my loot, so I just have room in my inventory. Might keep the money hammer, just in case that one... Somebody might say, no, you fool, if you use that hammer on one enemy, you get 10,000, Jesus, gold a second. So many mimics on this floor. Alright, that's that. Oh god. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, there's six characters. I can only assume that I'm, like, I guess because I'm in the middle of this dungeon, just barely a little more than halfway through. Since I already have 3 of them. Although, don't take this the wrong way, game, but not a lot of shit's been resolved, you know? Like, a genie was kind of hanging out there. Yeah, you can have that, you can have that. Have that. I probably need these powders. Ugh. Mostly have water and health. That's not good. Yeah, you can have the fish. And the axe. And you can take the bone slingshot too. And yeah, I'm never using the Sam Shear. And the knot sacks +1. Since I really like my Sandbreaker and my Chopper. Still... Alright, so something that's really helpful that someone could tell me in the comments is... And yes, I am abusing the comments system so that I don't have to go and look it up myself. That absorbs water thing, does that carry over? Because that'd be really nice if it did. Not a lot of room for mostly if powders, a couple antidotes, and food and water. I guess I don't need all of this tasty water. I can probably... It's only... I don't want to sell it for only 15, though. I can start using this regular water more. Anyways... Yeah, because I'm too lazy to look it up and you guys are pretty reliable on telling me shit. Yeah, that absorbs water. Is that something that can get transferred over with synth spheres? Or would I lose that if I broke it down? Because that's a make or break factor in destroying that weapon, like, making it a sphere. Because I'm sure I'm going to find a better one. This is a fancy-ass ship, too. And this isn't your, you know, average galleon or frigate or some shit. This is, like, some Disney pirate, One Piece, you know, Oceans of Myth type ship where they built like a palace on top of it for, I don't know, fancy living, when they probably would have just been better off living on land, because then it wouldn't sink and everyone wouldn't drown, resulting in a skeleton crew. But hey, I'm the idiot, right? I'm just the one who wasn't turned into Steve's by a genie. Kinda thought they'd give me a Reuben floor. Anyway. I imagine his time will come. But for now, I'm going to work on this weapon as my butt. Provided, you know, I see an enemy. I was about to say, it's like the longest stretch I've ever gone without seeing an enemy. Ugh. It sounded gross. What the hell was that? Corsia. That's not you. Ugh. Such a gross sounding enemy. Am I about to fight a... Oh, it's one of you. Here I thought it was going to be like a gelatinous cube or some shit. I might as well just get Noki out for this. The hell? That's more like it. Thank you. We'll fix your dang slingshot in a fucking goddamn second. So many mimics. What are these all doing on the ship? Unlike other things here, I sincerely doubt they can breathe underwater and swim particularly well. So, fucking, they must have been on the ship beforehand. This is a suspiciously high number of them. I noticed God's sakes. I noticed I have a lot of trouble saying the word suspiciously. When I say this is a suspiciously. It tends to slur together, I've noticed. And I'd like to think my speaking abilities are above that to a degree. So yeah. If I'm gonna gain anything from talking to myself for hours on end, for the benefit of like 10 people total, on average, I'm going to at least practice speaking better. More coherently. More coherently. Give me this Steve or Atwa. It's a lamp. I swear to God, these mimics. I'm also keeping an eye on the fucking stats of my weapon, don't worry. I hit triangle. I don't know what it did. I'm going to drink some water. And then... Oops, no. Repair powder the shit out of Noki and my weapons. Damn that flower. Come on. Back this way. You... That's more like it. Oh, sweet. So we're hoping for the key, though. Like, I could technically leave right now. I'd be missing him. Well, at least one Steve as a result. Go down here first. Just because. Ew. What the f... Gaion? Gion? I'm gonna say Gaion. It's fucking weird, though. I mean, it makes sense. You know, it's a fish, man. Wonder what this series of fucking episodes is gonna be called. Something to do with mimics. Mimic City. Annex room, nice. I feel like my audio is on a delay. Okay, so it's kind of bugging me right now. Jake acquired. Oh, okay, the room's empty. It's really kind of bugging me, actually, because... Yeah, so... How do I... Oh, good, bread. Ow. So, in order to properly illustrate this, so... I'm going to have him attack, and I'm going to tell you when I hear it. Okay, I just heard it. Now, that seems like a crazy delay, and you might be wondering, how the hell does that work, since, you know... this video might be screwed up, actually, but, like, I'm a little concerned about that. I might check this after I'm done with this floor, but, you know, 9 times out of 10, Token, you're, you know, right on cue with the game. Well, the way I have this set up, it records my audio and the game audio basically roughly at the same time, but I figured that the actual audio of the game isn't tremendously important because, you know, there's no voice acting, and for the most part I can just ignore the various sound effects as they pass me by. Oh good, regular water, that thing I just need so much more of. But yeah, so the delay seems larger than normal. Like it shouldn't be on... There's normally a couple seconds of delay, but this delay seems way bigger. More potent. Alright, before I keep fighting, I'm gonna dive into the water real quick. Thank you. What up, Gion? Don't know how to pronounce it, don't particularly care, you know me. Now, one of these chests has the fucking fancy key that will get me into the room where the last Steve is. Hey, I found it. That was easy. Watch the other two be mimics. Nope, already wrong. Fantastic. Ice gem that I'm totally going to sell. Well, cannot change weapon while cursed. Does jumping into water fix that? Nope. Heals me, though. Polite of it. Mimi. Alright, since I have the item I need to leave anyways, I'm just gonna say fuck that flower thing. Those things suck to fight. But yeah, once I'm done with this floor, I'm probably gonna... This episode's gonna run a little long. Because I'm gonna check the audio. I apologize if this one is out of sync, or even, you know, not out of sync, and I'm just wasting everyone's time, but, yeah... Like, that is a crazy... That's more delay than I should be getting, I think. It's been a while since I've recorded Dark Cloud. You know, maybe a week, maybe half a week, but, I had a busy week. I lost... Time moves blech, when you've got a lot to do. But, good, it's another cursed rose. Joy of days. But I don't think it should be as much of a delay as it is, and occasionally things do go wrong, so I need to double check. I still don't know what that means. Status of the... I think my fucking durability went down a bit. Or durability, my, bicycle. My current, oh, for God's sakes. I don't even care. I'm gonna fight it. The, health, I guess, of the weapon. The strength it has, I don't know. Whatever you'd call that. There's a name for it in game, but can't remember what the hell it's supposed to be. And there's the hook. Adios, suckers. Right, well, that'll be the episode. I'm gonna check to see if there's no audio issues, but yeah, I'll be back in 1 second.